But then their first step off a reverse move, you've got to really move.
The three by Starks, nothing but the bottom of the net. He was 16 of 40 for the playoffs coming into tonight.
He's been hot. During the year, he averaged almost 8 attempts a game. At playoff time, he's averaging 6.
Dale Davis, very aggressive as soon as he got the basketball, just turn and shoot. No hesitation this time.
Well, I like that because basically he's a garbage man. Gets everything. No plays are run for him, so it's either offensive rebounding or as a last resort. Look out.
Ewing baseline.
That's there. That's a given. Anytime Harper wants to blow by Jackson, he can. That opens up the baseline jump shots, which we saw in Game 2.
Of course, back in '94 in the playoffs, Pacers dropped 2 in a row to New York and in New York. Come back to win the next 3, and it goes.
Very tough shot by Mark Jackson. Harper's by himself here.
Miller meets Starks. They want Starks to shoot. Shot clock, a lot of time, 13. Ewing rolls, Starks kicks it back out. Oakley pulls the trigger. The putback, Smith.
You've got to stay on the offensive board. You cannot release. They caught Derek McKee releasing that time. Smith just went right in and got the shot.
Whistle and a foul on Derek Harper. That'll be Derek's first personal, first team foul.
I'm Larry Brown. I'm concerned. Harper is already, and so is Starks, broken down our half-court defense easily off the dribble.
That's exactly the plan for Pat Riley. Whistle and a foul, says Bob Delaney. And that'll be on Ewing. His first. He has been in foul trouble both games in the first half. Spending most of the time on the bench.
And both centers really have been shocked at the fouls which have been called because they're used to rumbling down inside a little bit of World Wrestling 8 or 9 or whatever tournament they're in these days.
Whatever. With Lawrence Taylor, of course. Pacers 3 of their last 4, they've hit it. Miller, a lot more aggressive on offense than he was Tuesday night, but they toss it away.
Well, they would like to have him take Starks off the dribble more and get to the foul line.
Harper just launches the 3. Smith's his first rebound. Oakley knocks it out of his hands. Indiana with the ball. Knicks lead it by 1, 7-6. We've played 3 minutes here in the first quarter.
Well, Larry Brown's game plan tonight is to push the action as much as possible, try to get into transition.
McKee, nothing. The Knicks with the 4th best road record during the regular season in the NBA at 26-15. They were best in the East. Miller's going to push it.
Now, Smits is open because Ewing is way behind here.
Miller moving forward, doesn't get it. Davis, no, the tip again.
Excellent offensive effort that time.
Offensive rebounding has been a problem for the Knicks, not a problem from Indiana in this series. Whistle, foul, Smits doesn't like it. That'll be his first, the 4th team foul here in the first quarter.
Well, already you can see this. Now watch this, as Ewing gets ahead. Now as Smits comes in, see, I'm surprised they called that. They could have called the foul before.
Ewing short on the jumper. Miller comes out of the pack with the rock.
Both teams want to front the post-up people.
Miller, the off-balance shot, trying to draw the foul. Bodies everywhere. Let's see, it's going to be Indiana's basketball.
Right now, the players are having a little trouble with how the game is going to be officiated. This is a great hustle by Oakley because you can see the 2 white shirts were there first. Big thing in this game is going to be how are they going to allow the post-up players to be defensed. That's going to be a major issue as we play the 4 quarters.
Well, they're getting an idea of what the officiating is going to be like. Charles Oakley just called for the touch foul by Bob Delaney. Indiana has the ball on the far side.
But we know all year, Ron, the hand checking has been called and it has been consistent.
And it has been consistent in the playoffs. Now Ewing fronting Smits.
Well, he's got to give him the ball, see.
Miller to the hole, rejected by Charles Smith. The outlet to Starks. He has Oakley to the hole.
And that's bad basketball. They had Charles. They had Patrick Ewing fronting so far out. They force a shot, get it blocked, and it costs them. All they had to do was dump the ball in.
Starks right in front of Miller with 8 to shoot. Now Smith fronting on McKee. Miller goes around everyone to the hole. Reggie Miller, who didn't get his first field goal till 4 minutes left in the first half, gets his first, but they answer with a 3.
As soon as Reggie Miller scored, his man took off down the other end of the floor. Mark Jackson went all the way down and picked up Starks, but loose. And what happened? Harper pushes the ball, an uncontested 3.
Inside, McKee uses his body. They can't get it. The tip won't go.
Somebody's down there. He got Derek McKee got hit right in the mouth.
Smith wide open, gets the roll. Smith with 4, and the Knicks have a 4-point advantage with 6.5 in the first. They are on a 7-2 run early on.
Whenever the Knicks give you an advantage at this end of the floor, you must exploit it quickly.
Smith's shot from the baseline. His first 2 of the ball game. Only 10 points in game 2 following that 34-point performance, his playoff NBA high in game 1.
Knicks have 14 points, and it's incredibly interesting how many points have been created by Harper this early in the quarter.
And he actually had a step on Jackson there, but gave it up. 6 to shoot. Ewing with 3 to shoot over Smith. Jackson has Miller on the left. Takes it himself. Bodies everywhere. Ewing's baseline won't go. Oakley with a hustle rebound. Smith trying to push off McKee. Oakley lets it fly from 18, and Charles Oakley buries it.
Indiana, an excellent help team in the lane, and you can see Harper already tonight has gotten down inside the foul line 3 times and passed out to a wing, which has resulted in a score.
He already has 5 assists in the game here. Jackson thought it was last touch by the Knicks, but New York will have possession. That is the second Indiana turnover, of course, coming off that 35 turnover performance.
Well, Mark, he knows that he made a mistake right there. He just tried to force a pass. You try to tell guys when you're playing against great half-court defensive teams, try not to pass off the dribble unless the guy is wide open, because you cannot bring it back if the defense reacts, and that's what happened there.
Oakley swings it across to Smith. He takes Davis out.
Run here. This is what you mean by the intangible man. Look how he takes this. Now you're talking about a guy 7'4", 270 pounds coming down in and ramming right into your chest. That's the value of an Oakland.
Knicks lead it by 2. Inside, Ewing over the outstretched hand. And they have a 3-point advantage. 3:20 left to be played in the first.
Now they're posting up Antonio Davis. Wow, that was great.
Beautiful
rotation.
defense.
Great rotation.
Oakley behind the back to Mason, who wasn't expecting it, and he still puts it home.
Bad pass by the Oakland. Okay, he threw that one into a cluster of people. That was a nice finish though by Anthony Mason.
Biggest lead of the game for the Knicks. Now McKee trying to post on Mason. Mason gives this Indiana team a lot of problems. Miller, strong move to the hole.
That's the 3rd time Reggie Miller has taken Starks all the way off of a reverse move.
Starks for 3, and he buries it, his 3rd of the ball game.
See on fire. You know, before the game tonight, Ron, he was out here, and he was not missing. He worked up a terrific sweat, working on his 3-point shooting.
Starks 3 for 3 from the arc, 9 points tonight. And he gets up on top of Reggie Miller. Knicks by 4, they have the ball. Anthony.
This will be an excellent battle right here.
Anthony got in Pat Riley's doghouse in game 2. Starks again, and he buries his 4th of the ball game.
Now you have to give a lot of credit to the screen people on the baseline. They have freed him up now 3 times in this right-hand corner, and it's because of the hard screens on Reggie Miller. Now Miller's going to have to do a better job.
Smith now fronting the post again. Spirals on Byron Scott, his first, all the way to the hole. Anthony abuses Mark Jackson.
See, this is a tough decision for Larry Brown. If you notice, when Workman was in there, no point guard got to the rim.
Mason sees an opening. Oakley back to Starks for three. John Starks, 5 3-pointers tonight.
Outstanding ball movement. Not one guy in 4 catches forced a shot, and they all could have forced the shot.
John Starks, 5 of 6 from the arc.
Mason doing a good job fronting the key.
Antonio Davis brings Patrick Ewing way out, then he drops his first field goal of the ball game. Scott on Starks. Oakley rolls, wide open jumper, and he drills it.
Today, the Knicks are shooting like they think they're still in Madison Square Garden. But remember,
basketball.
At the top, we told you, they are 2-0 in this building this year. They've defeated Indiana twice.
New York 50%. Oakley trying to come up with a steal. 6 to shoot. Starks gets throws and rebounding the key. So far, those keys are going well. Starks his first 2 of the ball game.
Reggie Miller was not loose, and when Starks stopped on a dime, Reggie Miller staggered backwards, opening up enough room for the uncontested J.
Good call. Starks now 6 of 8, 17 points, 15 from the arc. Davis faces up on Ewing, backs him down.
See, Patrick knows that he really does not want to take the shot.
Miller, the running jumper as the shot clock goes.
We're not talking about Miller not wanting to shot. We're talking about Dale Davis.
I think Miller's going to have his 15-20 touches tonight the way things are going. Didn't get a lot of touches in the game number 2. Harper lets it go from 3, and Derek Harper buries the 3-pointer. Now 16 of 26 in the playoffs from the arc.
During the year, the Knicks attempted 17 and made 6 during the course of the season. Tonight, they are 6 for 9.
Mitchell sees an opening down the right side of the lane. That's going to be an offensive foul. Harper sees the double, gives it up to Mason. Ewing wide open on the baseline. Nobody sees him. Starks pulls it from 3. Buries his 6th 3.
The team needs that, but he needs it for his offensive confidence.
Now the crowd into it. It is loud. Stolen on the key. They should have it done. Starks with the rejection, but Miller is there to clean it up. What hustle by John Starks.
Now that's steal by McKee.
Mitchell, the offensive board, and he throws it right into the hands of Oakley. Harper on the right. Oakley to Mason. The finger roll.
Excellent anticipation. Larry Brown extremely frustrated, and that was terrific one-on-one defense on a guy who has been on fire in the series. But speaking on fire, John Starks' first half is nothing short of sensational. And Ewing will always help. That will open Smits up in front of the rim.
Knicks led by as many as 8. Oakley from deep.
They're still on fire. Oakley 4 for 6 in this game from the field. All long jump shots.
Last year when the Pacers took 3 in a row from the New York Knicks, they did it defensively, holding the Knicks to just 77 points in those losses during the playoffs.
Now that's their 12th turnover. That's Mark Jackson's 4th turnover.
Miller sets a pick to try to free up Smits. McKee, Harper shows the double. Right back down. Smith is there to take it away.
Now that's Mark Jackson's 5th turnover. Up that staggered screen. That was a beautiful split as well as a great head fake.
9 of 13. Starks back to Oakley from 19. He parries it.
This is like a shootout in some corral between Oakley and Starks, except Oakley's taking it a step closer.
And 1 point less, and he's 5 of 7.
Right.
Miller again dishes it off to Jackson. Looks inside, tries to force the pass. Another turnover. Mark Jackson. Starks, Oakley underneath, all alone.
Where's Dale Davis? Right now, Mark Jackson has 3 quick turnovers. And they did not give him a time. They called a timeout. The officials did not give him a timeout.
Well, the Knicks players were already on the court. Mark Jackson was heading over to sit down on the bench. You see his story this evening. Jackson needs to get something going offensively for this ball club.
Absolutely. Now he's just got to run the team without turning the ball over.
Larry Brown talked about his key players stepping up in this game. He's challenged them. Ewing with the block.
Technical
foul on Rick Smits.
Big Smits wanted the foul that time on the shot.
Jump ball.
Stationary with the arms up.
Reggie also lost the handle of the basketball. Moves into Starks, offensive foul. And that'll be a technical foul on Reggie Miller. And they're throwing things at the arena. He uses the left hand. Davis inside. He is going to be hammered on the play.
Well, they'll hit him hard. Mainly because he's a 50% foul shooter. And anytime that you're in the 50s, they will not allow you to get a dunk. Now you're going to see your first move right here. A potential block that time by Ewing. Now watch Davis as he comes down. See, they're fouling him hard.
Ewing baseline. Stolen by Oakley again.
Another bad pass down the middle of the floor to start the fast break.
Starks for three, and he buries his seventh. One off the record set by Dan Marley in a playoff game.
We sound like a broken record. They make a great outlet pass. They get a great rebound, make the outlet pass right into traffic.
Pacers trail by 6, nearing 4.5 of the third. Ewing wide open baseline over the outstretched hands of Smits.
Well, there's no way that Smits can be asked to trap the player coming over the pick and roll, and as Ewing spots up, then get back to you. There has to be another guy in the rotation here.
Somebody needs to help. Ewing with 9, whistle, Mason. The foul on him, his first, 4th team foul.
That's this time. 4 minutes this year. His points went up, his shooting, everything went up. That's great to see because he's a hard-working kid.
Mason gets away from Antonio Davis. Count the basket. We have a winner. Post on Davis. 9 to shoot. Oakley, 11 third-quarter points. 5 to shoot. Starks back to Oakley. Lets it fly for 3. Charles Oakley with the 3. His second of the playoffs.
You just can't say enough because Oakley and Starks have just put the dagger in the hearts of Indiana with few seconds on that clock. Time and time again.
Hit by Jackson. 3 to shoot. Ewing launches it from deep. Oh, he buries it.
My, oh my.
And it is a 2. What a shot by Patrick Ewing. The lead is back to 9. Another challenge being pushed aside by the Knicks.
Can they continue making that in the next 8:40? That's going to be a big key.
Smits backing in. Ewing. Whistle. Patrick got a hand on it.
Good call.
5 on Patrick Ewing.
Yeah,
3. Doesn't get the roll. Loose ball foul. And it's going to be on Dale Davis. That'll be number 4 on him.
Over the top. See, the Knicks are working hard in trying to block out right now. Indiana's had a field goal.
Harper spending some time.
Oh,
Pick on Ewing. And he is gone.
They get the call.
6 personal fouls on Patrick Ewing. Fouling out with
Charles Smith.
Smith has him hooked. No foul. Had him hooked with the left arm. We've got a whistle and a grab.
Oh, they got a good call. Delaney had that one all the way. Now keep an eye on this nice move. Smith is out of the game because that's his 6th. They're bringing in Herb Williams now.
Ewing out. Smith out. Mason playing with fun. And at the line, it will be Derek McKee.
See, Charles Smith honestly did not think that he fouled him. But the referee on this side of the floor had a perfect look at Charles Smith for one. Big thing now is you do not want to waste a lot of time.
Smith, one dribble, the shot over time.
Reggie Miller catches an inbound pass. Starks hits it off his foot out of bounds. 2 turnovers.
The Pacers have come back.